Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, I want to thank you very much about you present today's presentation. Uh, Today I would like to present my main map about governments will give capital punishment for perpetrator. So. Uh, in this topic, I have two branches about government shall give capital punishment for perpetrator is agree and disagree. So for agree, I have three reason about why I agree and why people agree government shall give capital punishment for perpetrator. So the first is to educate or correct people who have indicated that they like to be able. So okay. Uh, to educate or correct people who have indicated that they like to be able. If we give capital punishment for perpetrator, then it will give an image to people who are going to commit a crime uh, that the punishment is heavy, so they have to think again if they want to commit a crime and get the capital punishment as well. And the second is to analyze criminals. Sorry, uh, I mean to minimize criminals. Okay, to minimize criminals. In this way, crime will be minimized because people will be more afraid if they have to receive the same punishment. So, the last is creating a deterrent effect criminals. Uh, creating a deterrent criminals is, of course, that giving the perpetrators capital punishment is very good for having a deterrent effect on on the criminals uh, on other criminals so they don't want to repeat the same mistakes again. And the second branches is disagree. And in this branches disagree, I have two reason why I say disagree about government shall give capital punishment for perpetrator. Uh, the first is capital punishment is a form of punishment that is cruel and inhuman. To be carried out in Indonesia, it is very cruel to be carried out by legal standards that exist in Indonesia. And the second is the fragility of the criminal justice system. Uh, because sometimes the perpetrator is sentenced to the is not sure that he is guilty by being sentenced to death. He really did not get legal justice. And the last is the deterrent effect of the capital punishment is a myth. Um, it does not always provide a deterrent effect uh, to criminal. It is only underestimate and continues to commit crimes. For the conclusion, Okay. Okay. Uh, for the conclusion about governments hold give capital punishment for perpetrator. Uh, the capital punishment is not always approved by the community in enforcing punishment on criminals because sometimes it is done without justice and punishable without knowing who the real perpetrator is, thus harming many people. Okay, maybe that's all my uh, material material in my presentation today. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.